Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. So we camped out under Leithandria. Everyone woke up with bad dreams, which was kind of strange. They seemed to be telling something, maybe a vision. We ended up arguing for a while about what our next course of action should be. We're going to the Beldarak. So I communed with nature to try to track down some druids in the area. Ended up finding Dogthorn, my least favorite druid, and we went and talked to him for a bit. Didn't really have anything useful, any information, so he just teleported us towards as close as he could get us to the Beldarak. And that's where we left off. The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate Podcast.
Episode 50!
That's right, it's episode 50. That means we've been doing this for far too long.
50 years.
50
Better contact
years.
AARP.
We are 50 years old.
We're feeling really entitled right now. Yes, we are the D20.
I got my black belt.
We are the D20 Syndicate Podcast, a weekly Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I'm your host and DM Seth, and around the table we have our players.
I'm Tomas, and I play Tomas.
I'm Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
I'm Billy, and I play Willem.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. And as we mentioned, this is episode 50! We should do something special for it, guys.
If you have been listening this long, congratulations. We're going to go to your house. We're going to buy you some flowers.
I did not hear about this before.
And we're going to hang out with you. And
if you've been expecting this to get any better, you're an idiot. It's not going to get any better.
It's going to get so much worse when we show up at your house.
Because after we give you the flowers and hang out for a bit,
We take our clothes off for like no reason.
Then we're going to kill you. And then you'll die with us.
That would have been less creepy without the like monotone. And then we're just gonna kill you.
You just became this murderer persona.
Okay.
I've changed.
Got a regular Charlie Manson over here. Okay.
Tomas, buddy.
Got a regular Charlie Murphy over
Well,
here.
if I'm murdering, I'm going to do the murdering myself, okay? I'm not going to get some chumps to do it for me.
More of a David Koresh type.
Right. Mass. Anyway.
More of a Jones type kind of dude. Lizzie Borden.
There you go. Doing axe murdering.
There you go. Do a Velisca.
Anyway, this is episode 50, so I'm gonna try to do something special maybe.
Are you just
during this
winging
episode.
this special thing, or?
No. You'll never know.
Never. We'll never know.
Never
So it's
know.
not happening.
So you're going to murder us.
The surprise is that
There's
nothing
no
has changed.
surprise.
Today's wrong answer of the game.
But yeah, so let's do some around the campfire questions.
If you want to submit a campfire question, sign up for our Patreon.
Oh, do we talk about our
We
level
won't go to your
ups
house.
before
Only
or
if you sign up
after?
for the
yeah.
Patreon. We'll go to your house if you
yeah.
don't sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah, if you don't want to get murdered.
Okay,
Well,
the murder is not part of this. We're not a murdering podcast.
Like let's say, like, if you don't want to get a tapeworm, sign up for the Patreon.
Billy's got a tapeworm guy.
I got a tapeworm guy.
I got a tapeworm guy.
So, Lindsey, did you want to go over your level up?
That's true, Lindsey. The Pinwin leveled up
Pinwin
last
leveled
episode.
up.
Oh,
Do I
Lord.
talk about my staff?
Infection?
We talked about this a lot.
That's not funny.
Especially not the second time. Just stealing Billy's joke.
I thought we were just reusing it.
It's public domain. It's okay.
No, you don't have to, because it's just a weapon.
You guys can look it up in, what is it, Player's Handbook? Or
Oh, yeah, it's in the player's handbook.
yeah,
Staff of
it's
the
a common
Woodlands.
common
Page 69.
Normally, Seth just randomly gives us like completely bullshit things that aren't in any books.
I like that it's called bullshit. That makes me feel good.
Yep. But now, yeah, he's
Just
got
random-
an actual weapon item that you can have in your game.
You can be the proud owner of Elijah's staff. Infection. Tell us about your hard staff that you got from a talking deer.
He's not doing that. Remember,
I'm not
we
doing.
discussed not doing that.
They can go and look it up themselves.
So fuck you
fucking Google it.
Do homework before we murder you. Evidently. This is just we gotta
rein this murder
Bring
thing.
back the murder.
We got a lot of rage in our hearts.
Yeah, why
guys.
are we talking so much about murder? Imagine if we were live streaming this. Terrible. We are not ready.
The only thing that
I'm gonna kill you,
yeah.
X-Man 5000, and you, Cool Team 69.
50th episode, murdering everybody.
The only difference
Welcome to
is
the
that
Murder
there'd be a camera where we could look at them and tell them that we were going to
look
murder
into their
them.
eyes. Look into their dead.
I think that
cold
enhances the experience.
I think they would
Suddenly I'm
have
just
believed
gone
more
from the
that you
table.
were serious.
Yeah,
They'd
that they'll
seen
see the
you.
dead glare that I have.
Tomas and I are just gone from the table. And you're like, wait a minute, where'd they go? And then
We
the
pop
background-
up. In,
and then
one of
we
those
start
Reddit-
like rolling out a big blue tarp.
One lucky fan.
oh, it's me! It's me! Oh, bye, guys!
Yippee! Ascent. All right, Pinwin, why don't you tell us about your level up?
Well, Pinwin now has Hold Monster and
Ooh.
yes, as well as Sending, which is fantastic, and got a new cantrip. So now I have Blade Ward, and then I reached Magic Secret, so I got to get 2 spells from any class, and I chose Fly and Arcane. Arcane Hand. So should be pretty fun.
Sugar Ray approves of your selection.
Yeah.
Did anything else go up? Like proficiency or anything like that?
I don't know.
Did you roll for HP?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, you know, I'm like extra perceptive now. And
Oh, yeah, you
extra
got
stealthy. I forgot about
expertise.
that.
Expertise.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz also approves of your selection.
Just hitting all of them. Who's going to be
Sick.
next?
Ingrid Malmsteen.
Nobody else leveled up.
That's it. No one else is cool with it. Okay.
I'm so close, though.
All right, so we're gonna do an around the campfire question.
Yeah.
So put on your
That was so loud.
put on your creativity hat. Put on your creativity hats, folks. This question is gonna require some thought, but imagine your character established a noble house in the world of Veldelin. What would their crest be, and what would their house motto be? I'll give you a moment. You can edit that. You can edit those seconds out.
Their crest and house motto.
Hopefully that was enough time. Oh my goodness.
Is everyone else done?
I mean it doesn't have to be a perfect thing. It's not like what you say here is going it's not like I'm going to make it canon. Okay, so Gorbel, we'll go with you first.
So, I think that the crest would be like 2 arms flexing and holding a ruby chicken egg.
Yeah.
Like a very large ruby chicken egg with like lots of facets and shining a bunch. And I mean, in our official crest, it's an actual ruby.
Okay.
It's very cool. It hangs over my fireplace. It's amazing. And our motto would be something stupid like silver-tongued speed.
Silver tongue speed. I like it. The House of Icetower. All right.
Nothing to do with ice and nothing to do with towers.
So that tower of power in those arms. Willem.
Ours would be in honor of Lewin, there would be a throne made of flowers on the backdrop of a spider's web. And our words would be intangible, immortal.
Nice.
Sweet.
House of Valtel.
What the fuck?
That's dope.
Man.
Tomar.
Yeah. Nice.
House Ironfist. A glowing hammer that's on fire, that's white hot in the center on a very deep, dark red field. And the motto would be Fire and Forge.
Nice. Pinwin.
So it would be House Dingleroot and and it'd be the what is it? Emblem? The house emblem would be something with Shadow's face, just like a wolf's face, and a lute. And then the motto would be the story lives on.
Nice. House Dingleroot.
That's rad.
Man, you guys made up good mottos. I forgot to think about it when I was outside.
Mine involves a
We were
chicken
waiting
egg.
for you.
I was just smoking.
I didn't know you guys were
Treehollow.
taking-
Hirstag Treehollow. House.
Grasping
Treehollow.
at straws.
Well, the emblem would be Leithandria, circular emblem with a hollowed out space in the trunk. And something along the lines of... I should probably think about this more, but because I want to start my own clan. But something along the lines of branches, like she welcomed me.
Branch, waddle,
And I welcome you.
Basically, something along the lines of like,
Roots go deep.
ooh, that's a good one.
Isn't that one of the ones from Game of Thrones?
No.
That's good then.
Definitely sounds like one of the like made up ones on the forums though. Like a made up house.
Yeah. You want to do that?
I mean, I wouldn't want to do one that I said if I were him.
You root what you sow.
Yeah, but you're really good at this stuff.
Branches unbroken.
TBA.
Branches unbroken. That's good too.
God, you guys are so good at this.
I can't think of any for you.
Yeah, you guys come up with one.
Root, tootin'. That's like where my brain started going. Rootin', scootin',
But not polluting.
Basically,
Root goofing.
basically, I would want it to be something that has to do with him not being born into a clan.
Okay.
So he would welcome outsiders into the clan.
Okay.
I was thinking something along the lines of
Branches unbroken.
All welcome.
branches,
Aplenty.
like,
For all.
yeah, so spread. No, not spread.
Spread them.
I don't know.
An exclamation point.
branches.
Branches unfurled.
Branches abound.
There you go.
I don't know.
New branches every day.
Branch coming to a town near you.
A name branch you can trust.
Damn it, guys, help me.
We are. We're
This
giving you
might
banners.
actually be my clan.
Well, you don't necessarily have to have clan words.
Branchalicious.
Deaf.
Branchalicious stuff.
Well, I'm gonna think about it more. That's a good question. But basically,
Thanks.
I want it to have something to do with. I want to welcome dwarves and other races
Oh,
too.
okay.
I've been thinking about it, and think no matter where your roots, where you're from, that you'll be welcome in my clan. if you want to be a part of my clan.
I
can't think of a
Different
fucking-
route, same tree.
One of the lines in the
We're rooting
the
for
blessing of Warcrag is home and hearth. Like you're welcoming your brethren back home
That's cool.
by home and hearth, by fire and forge.
Yeah, Home and Hearth is really good.
Tree and hearth. Yep. Not that one. But I'll think about it.
All right. You think about it, Hirstag. Get back to me.
I shall.
The voice in the clouds.
Under the treetops.
Under the tree. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Under the tree.
So at the start of the episode, he's going to take about 8 hours straight just thinking about this question.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
All right. Well, let's get into it. So you guys, when we last left off, you were climbing into the door portal of the tree.
The Dordle.
Oh
Dordle.
man, that's where my brain went.
Yep, same.
I'm not
But
giving any experience for
I
that portmanteau.
abstained like an adult.
You
I
climbed.
just reacted slow.
You
I didn't
climbed
think
into the
about it.
tree hole, and you guys found yourself tumbling through a world of colors, much like you've experienced in the past. And you guys tumble out of a tree
Poopy.
at the edge of a forest in the middle.
Yards away from where you were. You turn around and
you stupid bastard!
Smoochie's standing
Dog
there
Thorn, you
confused.
Dog shit, motherfucker.
yeah, Smooch is like, ooh, this is awkward.
Oops. Well,
In the at the edge of a forest that none of you recognize, in front of a vast expanse of hills and plains.
I mean, not even I recognize,
Not even you recognize.
so we're not where we want to be at all.
you well-traveled sack of shit.
Is there a river nearby?
There is not.
Can I?
Where's Smoozog?
Where the heck are we?
Where is Smoochie?
Did he not make it through?
He had
Well, if he didn't
to
go within 6 seconds.
no.
Dogthorn said we didn't
There
have
was
to
no
worry
time
about
limit. He chose to stay behind
Why would he do that?
because he's an asshole.
Well, if history
Like
is
what?
anything.
So he's not even going to help us with this?
It's kind of important.
This is super important. This is like fate of the world important.
He should feel bad. He's probably going to die by all those demons that he was talking about because he didn't help us.
Probably.
And we might die because
Yeah.
we really needed him to help us.
Yeah, we could have helped him with that.
Now we have to go to the Beldarak without one of our strongest warriors.
Kind of silly of him.
Zyko, did he mention anything to you?
I think anyone who sounds like Smoochie should be burned at the stake.
I agree with that.
Similar timbre,
I don't
same
trust.
poor
range.
decision skills.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody like that.
He's just a really bad guy, I'm gathering.
It's a bad friend.
He sucks.
Dude, Matt straight up sucked.
Zyko, did Smoochie mention anything to you?
No, he just, I thought he was right behind me, but he, guess he wasn't.
Shit.
Did the Chaos Company come through?
They
They weren't with us.
remember?
They
They
got
went back
split up
to-
in the city.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
They're
are
gonna be- They're
MIA.
gonna be hella confused.
Yep.
You guys are. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, you thought we had way more backup than we do? Asshole.
Bye, Smoochie.
Well, I don't know anything about what he was thinking. I'm just Hirstag over here.
I was talking out of character.
Oh.
Me too.
What's that?
What's a character?
Where are we? We gotta find out where we are. Is there some way we can tell?
I recognize nothing. Okay, what does the Beldarak look like? What are we looking for?
Mountains. Big ass mountains.
Well,
we've
I'm
got
gonna
hills.
do a whole spin here. And
You guys seem to
look
be in a
around.
recessed kind of like valley almost between a large percentage of hills.
Is there any settlements or anything?
Not that you can see.
Could we roll history or something to see if
What
we know anything about
terrain?
this terrain or survival with the terrain?
What's the tallest tree I can see?
The one's right near you, on the edge of the forest.
What time of day is it?
It is morning still.
Great. I'm gonna spider climb my ass up to a top of a tree and see if I can get a better view of what's going on.
He's doing his weird sideways walk again.
Give me perception.
That would be a 17.
Okay, you find a reasonably tall tree, and you climb up, and you get pretty high up before it starts to get a little weak, but you're able to see up and beyond a few of the hills, and way off in the distance you can see, peeking over the edge of the hills, are the tops of very tall mountains.
Which direction is that? West?
That would be, yes, west.
Okay. Guys, if we head this way, this is west. Towards the mountains.
You see mountains up there?
They're very far off in the distance.
I mean, Werkrag and the Beldarak should be southwest, so if you see them in the west.
Well, that checks. Willem looks around to make sure he's looking at where the sun's
Do you see
position
any
is.
bodies of water?
You don't see any bodies of water.
No.
Is there supposed to be?
There should be a river.
Can I
Maybe it's over the
roll
horizon
perception
there.
or survival
We may already be
for
On the other
west
side of it?
spotting?
Yeah, we
I
may
don't know.
already be west of the river.
Any river stuff going on? Which one, perception or survival?
Survival to kind of orient yourself out here in unfamiliar territory.
Bumfuck
Okay.
nowhere.
So that would be 23.
You have
Okay.
advantage
Oh, that's
in your
right.
favorite
Wow.
terrain.
Oh, yeah.
Expertise,
That's wild.
motherfucker.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
How do I... 18 plus 17.
Yeah, so 31.
Thank you.
Okay, Pinwin.
35.
35.
That's the one.
After Pinwin, after a few moments, like kind of orienting yourself from coming through that portal,
You were so confident about that. 31.
I did 16 and 16 minus 1. I was like, yep, that's not the one. Excuse me.
hopefully no one will notice.
Excuse me while I drink some more beer.
After taking a few moments to orient yourself, it's a little jarring coming through a portal like that, but you're finally able to kind of discern. You look at where the sun is, you look at where the trees are, and you realize that the trees are much, much different than the trees around Moonreach or the trees around the Blue Valley. These trees are less coniferous. These trees are more...
Carnivorous.
Everyone roll initiative. They're much more deciduous. There's a very leafy.
Loquacious.
Like a tropical biome almost. Like a rainforest.
Not exactly,
Jungle.
but it's definitely warmer here than it was where you were. You can tell that you're a lot further south than you originally were in just a few moments ago, and it is getting to a like almost too warm of a climate. So you definitely know that, at least in your travels, you've heard that the southwestern side of Veldelin and the southeastern side, well, really the south in general, along the Ikbara Sea, gets much more like Mediterranean, I guess would be the proper analogy.
Okay. Do we hear any water? Do I hear any water nearby?
You don't hear any water nearby, no.
Okay, so there's definitely
Did Hirstag ever tell us that he has that seed that he can throw and make a tree?
I think someone may have seen him drop it, or the tree drop it, but I don't know if he ever
I had
said.
Willem identify it.
Oh yeah, okay, so
That's
yes.
how I know what it does.
Yes. So you can assume, Pinwin, that you're in a very southern direction.
Guys, we're south. It definitely feels south.
Hirstag, is there a way, like, if we can see the mountains, is there a way you could get us closer in a faster amount of time?
If there's a tree there, maybe. Can you see any trees up there?
There's
No, it's pretty barren.
There's a rise of a hill and then a mountain over the top of it, but
It's pretty barren over there. Just rocks and mountains.
We might have to
Would that take
make it
some
on
of?
foot.
Would that take a lot of your energy out of you though? 'Cause what if we're gonna need that
It
at
would.
Bedrock?
Well, if no one else, I mean, I
But
can.
if we don't see any trees, I won't be able to do it.
Well,
Anyway,
let's start hoofing it.
Yeah, we can try to walk.
I mean,
we're capable.
I can fly faster than I can walk. Can any? You
I
guys?
can fly.
I can
Well,
fly.
Yeah, there we go. Probably be a
How
fast
would
flight.
all of you enjoy flying?
I'd love it.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm just getting used to climbing.
I'm going to mass polymorph all of us.
Yeah.
Aw, shit.
Oh,
Did you
man.
explain what
Shadow
you got
too?
when you leveled up? That's from leveling up, isn't it?
A while ago, yeah.
I think you forgot because I
know.
didn't know you had that.
I just I don't brag about it.
What level of spell is that?
She likes to read.
9.
It is a 9th level spell.
Are you sure you want to burn your 9th level?
I don't, but
spell
I also
slot?
want to get this shit moving, and I don't
Yeah.
want to spend.
Can
a couple
anyone
days.
else make a lot of people fly?
I don't believe so.
I'm gonna
I
have
could-
to use my.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. I started farming Pegasi.
That is so cool that you have that spell.
Yeah, I thought so too, but Tomar is stingy with my
Ninth
spells.
level magic is like.
Well,
You don't know. I mean,
Really
you haven't been in the
crazy low.
Beldarak. We're gonna need all the power we can get.
but we have to get there.
Question: since I did level up at a weird time, how would I have learned how to fly in between
You
last
just
session and this
did.
one?
You just.
I just
did.
suddenly know it.
I will say that once you leveled up, some of those fey creatures kind of appeared
The Disney princess.
in a narrative way. You
You could have it. Okay, you could have it happen right now.
okay,
Since you
let's
just
do-
started, like
That's
making
true.
an actual scene or something.
Okay, so Pinwin, in your survival perception there, as you're kind of discerning things, you can see a faint little shimmer in the woods, just beyond where you guys are, and it slowly starts moving towards you.
Does he only notice this? Like we're like talking about where to go.
Yeah,
and shit?
yeah, it would just be you zero in.
fucked off up a tree.
Yeah. And all of a sudden out of the woods, these little fluttering creatures start coming towards you that you recognize as fey spirits.
Oh, hi, friends.
And they come and all it sounds like is just like but you can see these little tiny creatures with little wings. Pixies just dancing around in the air, and they all seem really excited to see you. They've all got they're all doing
I wish we were streaming.
I don't even know what the name of that move is, but I love it.
This pixie dust is flying off.
It's called the confident.
Them on the ground, like doing the crybaby.
The confident lover.
More like competent lover, yeah.
What are you trying to win bonus points?
With myself. Yeah, but they're dancing around and fluttering, and they kind of dance along like your arms and up your shoulders, Pinwin. And they actually, even though they have wings, they form like a little daisy chain on top of each other, and then one whispers in your ear, just like a... And suddenly, you seem to be imbued with the knowledge of how to fly.
Could one say I even did a hop skip and then fly for a second?
Yeah, the minute you learn, you can do whatever you want.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
And then, just as soon as they had arrived, they fuck off. Right as they reach the edge of the forest, Pinwin, they all turn around and they all wave frantically at you, big grins on their faces, and then disperse into the
I'll
woods.
wave and blow a kiss. Well, I can't wait to try flying with the group. Wonder what they're talking about.
And Pinwin saunters over.
What?
Hey guys, what's going on?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
I'm trying to find a quick way to get to the Beldarak.
You
Where the
said
fuck
something
have you
about
been?
you said something about flying.
Yeah, no, I saw my fae buddies out in the forest, so I went to go visit them, and then they whispered stuff, and I can like totally fly now.
What?
Yeah. Do we need to fly?
That doesn't just happen
Can
like
everyone
that.
fly, or do you just know how to fly?
So I could make.
Did Pinwin say he was crying?
Yep. I'm flying.
I'm just gonna say,
Forever confused.
don't be fully trusting of fey creatures. There's a lot of them that can trick you and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
maybe do
known
like a
some.
quick test
Hey,
run
Hirstag,
before.
take it easy. That's a little intolerant of you.
But they're really cute.
What is
and they
he
kiss our
hollering about?
wounds. They're not baddies.
Okay, we'll show it.
Okay, so
Show it.
I could make a total of so I could make up to 8 people fly, but I could do
Actually-
less than that.
Yeah, because I could fly. It's my wild shape.
Okay, so we just need.
You were going to let me. You were going to let me use that much energy, turning everybody into.
Well, then the whole Fae thing
Winged
happened,
creatures?
and then I realized I could fly.
This literally just happened, Gorbel.
Yeah,
That was-
I just found out.
That was
it's new.
incredibly convenient
Yeah,
timing.
super.
Like incredibly.
Like
Is
I'm
Pinwin
weirded
still
out.
crying?
Maybe it's
Yeah. But he's about to.
He just learned how
About
to
to
fly.
more cry? I'm so confused. I'm coming back down.
He said fly.
It is going to take me 10 minutes, though. Is that okay?
Does it take 10 minutes?
I mean, that's a hell of a lot
Concentration up to
faster
10
than it would
minutes.
take us to
No,
Oh, you
there.
can do it for 10
That's
minutes.
how long you can do it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So who can't?
Oh, so we're gonna
who
have to
can't
fly fast.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Who can't fly?
You guys talking about a fish fry down here?
Fly. We're gonna fly.
needs to
Zyko,
fly?
Zyko raises his hand.
I can't fly.
All right,
right.
come on
Same
over,
here, buddy.
buddy.
I can carry somebody.
Oh,
You can carry
that'd
me,
be
Hirstag.
nice.
Okay.
Okay,
I wild shape into a giant eagle.
so raise your hand if you
Still
need
not
to
used to that.
fly. You need to fly. You need to fly.
I mean,
Hirstag's got me.
Okay, sounds good. So
need
Shadow.
2 flyers and 3 flyers. All right, I will cast Fly at 6th level so I can get Shadow and Gorbel and Willem and myself. All right, so what I'll do is I will.
Back of my head is really sore.
I'll go with the kiss my hand thing. I'll kiss my hand and then touch Gorbel's arm and kiss my hand and touch Willem's arm and then kiss my hand and touch Shadow's head and then I'm gonna like crouch down and then just jump up really high and then Peter Pan fly.
All right, let's go.
So how high can you fly? And
Question. That's a good
The
question.
speed. There's no height.
Pinwin,
limit.
wait, how do I do it?
I
I just
you guys
I just
watch.
kind of
yeah.
nonchalantly swing one leg over Shadow and just say, "Giddy up."
don't know. Flying speed of 60 feet for the duration.
Oh, nice. So that's good.
I just
Dashing.
run
yeah,
up.
120 feet per 6
Yeah.
seconds. Not bad.
Yeah, especially if there's a time limit on it.
Yep.
And where are you guys heading?
straight for
West
the mountain,
for the mountains.
and I'm gonna run off the hill and take a leap off.
Okay.
And I'm still standing there, and I start running on land. I'm like, trying
Jump,
to
damn
think-
it!
I don't know.
Just jump up and look at the sky.
I put my arms over my head in like a diving position and jump up.
All right, and everyone leaves the ground. Shadow kicks off with Willem on his back, who doesn't really weigh much at all. So now you're technically riding Shadow through the air.
Just kind of hanging on to
Nice.
tufts of fur.
This is perfect. And as you guys head up, how high are you ascending?
How high can
As
we
high
go?
as it goes.
All right. So you
You
guys
could literally ascend for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
climb up pretty quickly into the
You want to head
into
through
the
the
air.
mountains, not straight up.
So not straight up all the way, but like an efficient height that'll get me there in the time
This
frame.
is Willem, your captain. We're hitting 33,000.
Pinwin's like a torpedo right now in the sky. Woo!
We're gonna be coming up on the Ballsack Mountains. About, 15
Shadow's just like,
minutes.
oh.
And now that you guys have climbed up into the air, you can see a much larger picture of the woods below you and all the hills. And now, as you're climbing up and up, you can see far to the east is a coursing river cutting through the continent, and you can see now
It's a quiet river.
the shape of the mountains ahead of you that you're now heading in that direction.
I'm going to do a barrel roll. I'm going to do the, like you're in the movie and the person does the, whoa, when they're flying.
Star Kid. Check it out.
And so you guys are flying, and you're going to spend the next 10 minutes traveling that way. And
I'm not as fast as them in my flying form, so
okay, so
it'll take me a little bit to catch up.
So yeah, you guys are heading towards the mountains, and you look behind you, and you can see way far in the distance. You can see some tall towers, just barely over the horizon. And to you, Hirstag, you can recognize that far behind you as Oakguard.
I've been to Oak.
Consult the map.
Were we
Oakguard is
south
up
of
here.
Darkreach
You're south
when
of
we came out of the portal?
You're south of Oakguard. Oh, I'm sorry, Hirstag. You hadn't been to Oakguard. You'd been to Darkreach. I had the two mixed in my head.
Oh, okay.
So you don't recognize what's behind you.
Oh,
So
okay.
never fucking mind.
But you do recognize that there is some sort of settlement looks to be a large city, miles and miles and miles away, just at the edge of the horizon. But yeah, you guys are heading now. You're heading west towards the mountains, and you fly over more hills and more trees and everything. And Pinwin, at a certain point, you start to feel like your magic's starting to wear out.
It's making a sputtering sound.
Shadow, what did you eat?
All right, I think we need to make our way down now.
So you guys start to descend, and you nestle down into the trees very slowly. What are you two doing that don't need?
I'm just trying to catch up.
Okay.
Scouting the area.
Okay. You see, as you everyone, give me a perception check. Tell me if it's lower than a 10. Though.
Lower than a 10?
Yeah. Or I guess what's everybody's passive perception? Just do that.
27.
Is anybody's lower than a 10?
No.
That'd be impossible.
Okay. So you all see, as you descend, maybe 2 or 3 miles ahead of you, you can see a curling black cloud of smoke coming up. A couple of them. Maybe there's a settlement in the woods as you descend.
Friends of yours, Hirstag. Shadow, what do you think? How about you, random squirrel?
Well, actually,
Where the
that
fuck
is,
are my friends that speak to me? Jesus.
And then you're still scouting around, Tomar? Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me a perception check, Tomar.
26.
26. You haven't been to this area precisely, but you do recognize that those mountains you are getting towards, that is the Beldarak, for sure. You'd recognize those peaks anywhere. You saw them from far away as you traveled down the Dragontail River to Red Harbor, and then again when you came around and came into Kelmire.
Well, we went there too.
Yes, but I mean from this distance.
Yeah. How far away are we?
You're probably still, before you even get to the base of the mountains, you're probably still at least 15, 20 miles away. They're a lot closer, but you guys in 10 minutes didn't get that far.
That's pretty good, though.
I soar down.
You soar down?
I'm going to stay in wild shape and listen, see what they plan to do.
Okay.
So we may just want to, we're still 20 miles away.
And I should specify 20 miles from the lowest parts of the Beldarak, the base, not even near the super tall peaks that you saw.
But I think maybe we should keep doing what we did until we can't anymore, and then
Flying?
rest before we go in.
You think?
Otherwise, we're going to be walking for a day or more.
And rest like a long rest?
Yeah, so you can get your power back.
Yeah, that'd be cool, as long as I can sleep after. All right. Ready to fly again? Round 2?
But we should try and avoid, like, these villages.
Why?
Just in case they're, like...
Enthralled?
Or, like, bandits or
But what if they could
tribesmen.
be our friends? What if they might be friends? Might be able to help us? We could use some help, right? We could use some allies.
I don't feel comfortable just recruiting random townspeople at this point.
I mean, we can, like, spy on them first, and then see if they look like okay folks.
Why would we waste our time doing that?
This
Pinwin?
seems like an errand that we could avoid.
How far away is this village? The smoke
Like
coming out of the trees?
3-ish miles.
Just accidentally rolled a 20.
What were you rolling for?
It fell out of my hand.
Great.
It just seems like an unnecessary detour.
Yeah.
Unless they're super helpful.
You know, we'd be endangering these strangers. We're going somewhere very dangerous.
That'd be like if somebody that knew that they were going to fight a dragon just happened upon Shadow and said, hey, you want to help me fight this dragon? You wouldn't want to do that to Shadow, would you?
But what if someone happened upon me and was like, hey, do you want to fight this dragon? I'd be like, what? That was all I ever wanted, if that was, like, past me, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Gorbel?
Okay, out of character. Does making just yourself fly use, like, a lower spell slot or something?
It's a third level
Just
spell.
myself would be, yeah.
And then what level is, like, making multiple?
4th level. The amount of people.
Above each.
Or no, 6th level, sorry.
Yeah, 6th level.
So if Pinwin just made himself fly,
Yeah.
and then I polymorphed myself.
It's getting dangerously close to metagaming. Maybe you should talk about it in character.
So
I
if
think you're
Pinwin, if Pinwin flew by himself, and I used polymorph on myself, and then Willem could just, like, hop on. Shadow could hop on to somebody. I think we could do this. Oh, fuck, then there's Zyko.
Well, I could ride on you, and then he could carry Shadow.
As Hirstag, I'm
Well,
going
what about
to...
Willem?
I'm gonna...
Willem can ride on you.
As Hirstag, I'm gonna go and pick up Pinwin, too.
Oh.
Because I could definitely lift Pinwin and Zyko.
Oh.
Because Pinwin weighs like nothing.
Well,
Could I technically, like, just... I want Gorbel to carry Shadow, and I just want to spider walk on Shadow's, like, underbelly, so I'm just, like, hanging upside down on Shadow, being held by Gorbel.
I think you'd be putting a lot of trust in those slippers. What if the slippers come off?
What if your feet are sweaty?
I was actually born with no sweat glands. That's part of what makes me so good at sneaking.
You'll never catch my scent.
I can't pick up my pheromones.
So you've picked up Pinwin. Now, are you going to use polymorph?
I just kind of motion to him, like, I'll lean my head down, see if he wants to, like, climb up on.
So, Pinwin, you see... Give me an insight check, Pinwin.
is that 6 or 9?
That's a 6.
9... 6...
14.
Yeah, you can tell Hirstag's trying... He's looking right at you. He puts his head down. He probably wants you to climb on.
Oh, yeah, I guess Hirstag could probably take another passenger. So we're good if we... Are we good on the flying piece? Does that mean we're not going to the village?
No,
Does that mean
I
we're
don't
going
think
to
we
the
should
mountain?
go there.
Our most pressing matter is getting to the Beldarak.
Should we tell Chaos Company where we are?
How are we going to
We
do
can't.
that?
Yeah, we can.
What do you mean?
The fake creatures.
What about them? You said they taught you how to fly.
Yeah, they tell me other stuff, too.
Like what?
Well, I can send a message to anyone as long as it's 25 words or less, and then they can respond to me.
Anyone... Like where? We don't even know where they are.
How does that work over?
Anyone on the same plane of existence, no matter where they are.
Yep, as long as they're on the same plane as us, then it's fine.
If you
She
know
just gets
who
a busy
you're,
signal.
if you know who you're reaching out to, then you just
New Fae
receive
who
it.
dis.
New Fae.
So I can just call them while we're working on flying, and then, I don't know, we can head there.
Willem
Well,
just
it
kind
would
of
be-
grabs Pinwin by the shoulders. Why didn't you mention this before, little buddy?
I just found out. I mean, I guess I kind of forgot.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Send word to Vocha. Find
Okay.
out where Vocha and them are right now.
Okay. Wait, right now or like when we're in air?
Right now.
Okay.
This takes
And we're
precedence.
going to start flying,
And you're going to fly where? Just continue to fly towards the Beldarak? All right.
avoiding settlement.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are flying up in the air, and as you kind of skirt around and give who would be probably flying at the lowest altitude? Oh wait, did you cast the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you turned into what?
A big ass golden eagle.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Giant
we're approaching
Giant eagle.
1,000 feet.
Sorry, not a golden eagle.
I like big ass
could-
golden eagle.
Could be golden.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
Fun fact, there's a company called Giant Eagle.
Willem, you'd be the lowest probably to the ground.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
It's a 22.
22. Yeah, I mean, you guys are flying over these treetops, but Willem, you can see down below a couple of people pulling a cart, and they, as you guys are flying overhead, they like stop, their mouths like drop open, and they're like pointing, like amazed as you guys fly overhead.
Guys, we've got witnesses that we have to silence.
Why would we fly that
Or
low
befriend.
that they could tell what we are? That's stupid.
Well, the fly spell only lasts for 10 minutes.
I mean, you can't
Willem
get to a
just-
certain altitude where you wouldn't be able to breathe.
Just
but
drops a dagger strategically. Hi. It's very nice.
Can I cast a spell while I'm being held by little talons? Or what are you?
You climbed on top,
You're a
right?
bird. Oh, I'm on top? No, then I should be able to, right?
yes.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
all right.
Are you gonna cast it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was
you
just waiting
cast
for a break.
message.
Or sending.
Sending, sorry.
Cast
Okay.
so good when you're on top.
You cast sending, and what are you going to say? You've got 25 words.
Hi, Vocha. It's me, Pinwin. We're going to Bedrock Mountain. Can you meet us there? Kind of quick?
Okay. And you... So these fey creatures
the worst
appeared, and you whisper that to them, and then they like... and they fly off.
Hi, Vocha. Do you like purple?
And then he can respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
So you guys fly for a few minutes. and
Immediately, if he's still...
You guys fly for a few minutes.
Fuck.
And you get a response back.
Yeah.
And the fey creature like climbs up and whispers in your ear, and it says, "Right on. We'll be there as soon as we can."
All right, they'll be here as soon as they can.
Yeah.
You said it.
What Hirstag said. Rah.
We're like weeks away from Moonreach. Like
What?
we're
Yeah. Well, but if Lance gets like a 6-spell teleportation spell or something.
I mean, he does have wings.
Yeah. And wings. I'm thinking it through a little.
Take that.
I mean,
Now we'll call
they
me
do have
Andoran. I just
one
use-
less mouth to feed.
Yeah, how's that arm weighing on you? Anyway, you guys continue on for a while, and eventually, as the day goes on, in roughly around an hour, you guys make it to the base of the Beldarak Mountains.
Man, that felt a lot longer than an hour.
Woo!
I don't know about
good
you guys.
flying.
I could use a stretch.
All right.
You guys have reached a little area. Looks like at one point there was a camp of some kind, not in the too distant past, but it's been cleared out. There is a spot where someone definitely made a fire at one point, and yeah, you can see like wheel tracks from a cart and some horse hooves.
Okay. So what are we looking for here?
I'm gonna set Zyko down and Pinwin so they can talk.
What's at this place? I haven't heard of
The Soul Forge.
Oh, Soul Forge, that's right.
Yeah, I've told you a bunch.
Yeah.
This is where Maria died.
Right. Do you remember how to navigate in here?
We're not in anywhere.
What?
We're outside the mountain.
I mean, when we get in there.
No. It's like a labyrinth in there. We all need to be prepared. This is not going to be easy in any way. This is going to challenge us mentally, physically,
Sexually.
especially sexually. So bring your rubbers, guys. But
Willem's already naked.
like the first obstacle, we got to get up there
Why did we stop flying?
because we ran out of juice.
Guys, I'm worried about Shadow. Last time went really, really bad. If it's like really scary and dangerous in here, should he be in there? But I don't want to leave him alone.
Well, I'm worried about all of us.
That too.
And, like, the rest of the world.
I think Pinwin's right. Let's just set up camp here and we'll just live out the rest of our days peacefully at the base of this mountain with Shadow.
Pinwin, do you want me to wait here with Shadow?
I don't know.
Sounds like a reasonable
I don't want
compromise.
you to. I want you to be safe too. But I also know that deep down you love adventure as much as me, and you're probably gonna be bummed if you're missing an adventure.
I'm just happy to be part of the group.
Oh, Zyko.
Hirstag drops his form.
It was quick this time. I ran out of
All right.
moisture in my mouth.
So, we need to get up this mountain. My wild shapes last for 8 hours. That's enough time for me to get you all up there. But I'll have to take you one or two at a time. But I do suggest, if this is dangerous, which I imagine it will be, that we take a rest, be fully prepared before we actually go in there.
Pinwin.
So we find it. We find a place that we can camp out up in the mountains, close to the entrance. Is what I suggest.
All right.
That's a good idea.
About how heavy are you?
I don't know. I've put on a few pounds of muscle, so it might be pretty tough to lift me.
He's barely
That's what you're
anything.
thinking.
I'm already hoisting Pinwin up.
He's not too heavy.
And I just kind of...
What do you weigh, like 30, 40 pounds, something like that?
Really, I don't know. Pretty light.
You would only really need to
And
bring
you're only wearing a shiny shirt.
Yeah.
And a,
And a
ground
cloak.
length cloak.
Yeah.
You would only really
I'm like trying to flex because I like think it makes me heavier.
I've got Pinwin under my armpit while he's flexing. And I'm just going to start spider climbing up the mountain.
Okay.
you would only really need to carry like Zyko and Shadow up. I can carry Gorbel up.
So they're coming with us now? Zyko and
Yep.
Shadow?
Yeah, they're
we
definitely
don't
not
leave
staying
them.
at the base
No.
here.
All right.
Okay, so you're spider climbing up the side of the mountain. Okay?
With Pinwin.
With Pinwin.
Flexing underneath my armpit.
So how tall are these mountains?
Very, I mean, where you're at right now, they're still pretty tall, but they're not nearly as tall as the ones you can see off in the distance. Maybe this lowest level is 150, 200 feet.
I'm gonna. Okay.
We're trying to get up to the top.
Yeah. So you lead the way. How far do you think it is from here?
It's a ways.
You remember that when you got to a certain height and in like a certain amount of distance into the range, you guys took a path up through. You went through Kelmire and then through Liontown up into kind of like these rocky pathways, and it took a really long time. But you know that there are some pathways in the mountains. Most of them are long forgotten and very unsafe, but you remember that they started to form a lot more densely when you get a certain distance in. So once they get a lot taller, basically, you know that there's pathways.
Just try and keep an eye on me and follow where I'm going. Willem, you have to be extra careful. I know you have like sticky shoes or whatever, but the paths are really treacherous.
I think the best bet would be for me to drop Zyko
and then come back and get him.
Yeah,
go for
once
it.
I learn the path.
Yeah, just follow me, and then
I mean, you
come
can
back
start
and
climbing if you want, but it'll be a lot faster if I can.
He's already climbing up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's already way up there.
You guys coming?
He's just climbing in a random direction. Isn't he?
I'm actually climbing. I like started going up, but Pinwin just barely is like kind of setting me off course. So now I'm just climbing horizontally around the mountain.
And I suppose that Pinwin won't think to, help guide him with his survival instincts or anything.
Pinwin is still just flexing and like doing different poses under my
along for the
armpit.
ride. Yep. Yeah, I'll have to come back and get him. Okay. So
They're gonna go on their own adventure. Okay, so
yeah, you lead the way. We'll learn this route.
And Gorbel, are you staying down there? Or are you riding with Tomar?
I'm gonna ride with Tomar. I hop on.
Back,
Front.
spider style.
I was gonna hold you like this, but
I just like go up and kind of wrap my arms and legs
Like
around
when people
him.
hold sloths.
could you be doing this more awkwardly?
I talk into his ear. What?
Let me see. All right, here we go.
All right, you two start to ascend. Well, you three, I guess.
All right,
4.
I'll wild shape again.
All right.
Just waiting.
So who's waiting down at the bottom? Zyko or Shadow?
Nobody.
Are you carrying? You're carrying both of them.
Zyko and Shadow.
Okay, gotcha.
And these two are climbing up the mountain.
Okay, I thought you could. For some reason, I thought you were only taking one at a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so you guys start ascending, and you ascend for a while, and I'm gonna take a brief moment just to hear these two's interaction as they're climbing up the mountain.
You've got to stop squirming so much.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is my nature.
You've got to stop your nature so much. Nature all the time.
So, is it gonna take us a little bit to get up the mountain?
Yeah,
Okay.
a bit.
Let's
You're on foot.
move beyond the squirming. Willem, how are you doing? Considering your sister's the new father? And I'm still wrapping my head around that, but
I just kind of boop him on the nose. Quiet, you.
we've got a long mountain, Willem.
Your facial expression really sold that. It was very resigned, like, it's your call, buddy.
If you must know, it's not easy.
I know. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know exactly. Like, I haven't. That's a total unique circumstance, so obviously I haven't experienced that. But
Yeah.
I've lost someone too, and it's hard.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know that I actually lost her. It sounds like I lost her a long time ago. But she made the decision, and it seemed like it was the right decision.
Yeah.
If not overall, at least for her. She seemed happy to do it. So I have to take solace in that.
Well, that's good. That's nice that it was choice, and if she was happy, then that's good. Because, yeah, she looked pretty messed up when we first found her.
Yeah.
So she looked a little better, like when she became the new father?
You gotta quit saying it like
What
that.
did I...
I stop a moment and I turn Pinwin around under my armpit so he's facing behind me and start walking again.
I'm gonna just hug him.
All right, so now we're gonna switch to Tomar and Gorbel since you guys are so close and flying up at the moment.
You've been drinking a lot lately, haven't you?
What do you mean?
You're a lot heavier than I remember.
I'm carrying a lot.
Exactly. Oh, that's my problem.
That's an understatement.
This is why things are not working out with you and Hazel.
I don't think things are going to work out with me and Hazel.
Well, no shit when you say stuff like that.
I don't say that to her. I just say that to you.
Well, maybe you should. She did not bounce back. I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but somebody probably should.
I mean, she's doing what she can. I'm not interested. Like, and I don't think she is either. It just happened. But I don't know. It's weird being back here, especially considering everything that happened.
Yeah. This seems like it could be a little heavy for you.
It could be heavy for everybody. We really need to make sure we protect them.
I don't know what kind of dangers we're facing here. You're being very vague about this.
I didn't have time to even register really what happened in there, but it was bad for everyone, and
like, I hate asking you this, but how did Maria die?
I don't know how she died. I just know she died. When we first met them, way back, she just had this aura she gave off. Like, I could feel it, like this energy. And I was drawn to her right away. But after we had went in there, and after everything that happened, and everyone was screaming, I couldn't feel it anymore. So I knew she was gone before anyone else really did. And then when I went to the ethereal plane, and she was there, that's when I knew for sure. But I didn't ask her how she died. I just know that her remains are in there somewhere. Her spirit's somewhere on the material plane right now. For all I know, she's like haunting somewhere. But we got separated when we came back. So, I don't know. I know there was a big monster. And there was stuff in there that was messing with people's heads. Like they weren't thinking clearly. A lot of people were fighting each other. We just have to prepare for anything.
Are you still flying up, or are we just hovering?
I'm
right
doing
now?
what I can. Like, we got a long ways to go. I'm sweating buckets.
Now we switch to Hirstag and Zyko.
Some good flying.
And that's all. After a while, you guys ascend pretty. It starts to get cold. You guys are climbing up. It's been over an hour of flight. You're getting. It can be exhausting stuff, but you guys are getting up there. And Tomar, you're the first to spot this. It's not difficult to see, but you do spot off in the distance, wedged into the side of the mountain, is a little village, it seems like. You can see steam rising up out of the behind the walls, and you can smell a familiar smell, kind of an acrid, alcoholic smell. It kind of reminds you of Dogwick, the town in the mountains on the way to Starhost. The rest of you start to see that, those of you that are flying.
Oh my god, are there going to be hot springs?
And Gorbel, you can see big plumes of steam coming out of this village. And you guys can see a small little path. Looks very precarious, but it's the first path you've seen. You're still not super high into the mountains yet, but it's definitely the first little bit of non-mountain that you've seen. So Tomar, you were the first to spot it, but shortly after, the rest of you see it.
Well, Damn, pretty small that.
You guys aren't anywhere near. You guys are still slowly climbing up the side of the mountain.
But I'd smell it a little.
Oh no,
you wouldn't.
no.
I
Pinwin,
wouldn't.
he smells something. Those eggs are catching up with me.
I know you probably want to stop here, but I can't get this out of my head. So I'm going to keep going.
Wait. And I'm like trying to pull him down a little bit.
You know that if you do that, you're going to fall on some rocks. We got bigger shit to worry about.
We're gonna take a rest anyway.
No. We got to get to the top.
Oh my god, stop being so dramatic. We're gonna be freezing up there. There's at least something warm down here.
I'm going to ignore her and keep flying.
Tomar.
Gorbel!
Tomar, please.
Are they highest up the mountain?
Oh yeah,
They're nowhere near you guys.
We're nowhere
You're
near
making
them.
us rest anyway. Why can't we rest somewhere cool? I don't want to rest on rocky, pointy beds.
It's kind of hard to hear up here with this wind blowing. And
What about if I get this close? Tomar. Tomar.
I regret carrying you.
Tomar. You know what you wouldn't regret? Potential hot springs. Come on.
I can't.
I will. I'll let you roll persuasion, but you don't have to let it affect you if you don't want to. But
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be worthless. I mean, it was a pretty good roll, though.
That was good. Was pretty good. It was pretty good.
34.
it is a pretty compelling argument. It's a good point, resting up before you get to the top, but the choice is
your
yours. You
idea.
do feel slightly persuaded in that direction, however, you are very stubborn as well, so...
I'm going
Gonna get a
to
ruler.
choose to ignore her very convincing argument.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe if you were on an eagle, they would have trapped you off.
Hirstag, you see this...
suck.
You also see this village,
And they stopped a
but you don't see Tomar slowing down at all.
You might see Gorbel writhing around a little bit.
Throwing my head back.
Yeah, you see that.
How far away
Yeah.
are you guys? How far away are they in front of me?
Not too far. You guys have been keeping the same pace.
Can I see her facial expression?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult to see. She's very expressive.
She's pissed off.
You can see her. Give me insight.
What do your bird eyes see?
Ooh, that was not good. Let's see what my insight is here. Oh, that's an 8.
Really, it could be
She has to go to
anything.
the bathroom,
It
probably.
could be something like that. She's definitely,
She's laughing.
yeah. She's definitely trying to do something, but you can't discern what it is. Just gonna carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys fly on past. You go for a little bit longer. You guys are getting farther and farther away from Willem and Pinwin. They have been left pretty far behind.
How long have we been traveling?
Over an hour,
Okay.
maybe 2.
Pinwin's just hugging him the whole time.
Yeah, let's switch back to Willem and Pinwin.
Are you ready? Can we talk again?
So what is it that you want to talk about now?
I mean, everything. Like, well, first of all, I mean, I don't know. Like, we haven't really had a good heart-to-heart, you know?
Sure. Okay. Let's play a game.
Okay.
What's your favorite sound?
Oh, wow. My favorite sound. I mean, that's a tough one. Do you know your favorite sound? You could
It's-
answer yours while I'm thinking of mine.
I do know. It's silence.
Oh, that is rude. Opening up to you? You tell me.
Technically, you realize you didn't open anything up. Just the prospect of opening up You couldn't even answer a simple question that I asked you.
What? Because I'm thinking. I totally
Let's
can
continue
answer it.
thinking. Let's continue thinking about all the answers internally.
Okay, so all right, so some more time passes. It's another hour at least before you guys actually find another pathway, Tomar, and it's mid-afternoon, or it's early afternoon now. You finally see another pathway. You're climbing higher. You're in the higher, the middle part of the range. You're not at the highest point, but you're definitely, you know that it's going to be quite a while before you get to the highest point.
So, how far have we traveled now?
2 hours, so, I mean, a lot of miles. Probably, since it's mountains, you've roughly traveled probably 8 miles through the mountains.
Okay, add a character.
I'm going to look for a spot.
Okay, give me perception, and go ahead with the out of character.
Do you foresee us getting into any encounters on the way up the mountain?
Oh, come on.
That's not something that we can
You
know.
can't ask that question.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Seth, do you think we'll fight a boss tonight?
I'm saying we should expedite getting up the mountain
Well-
if there's nothing happening other than random.
We're going to be taking a rest and stuff.
I know
I've gotta
that's
go back and
that's fine. I'm just saying if nothing is happening.
My plan was to expedite the process unless an encounter happens. So, but it's also, I'm trying to remind you guys that they're miles and miles away from you guys right now. So, that's also a thing.
So, Hirstag, well, my perception roll was 25.
Okay, so yeah, you can see the pathway now. You can see an old, rocky, kind of abused looking path. Like it looks like it was at one point long ago used.
I want to look for a decent spot to land.
You can see one that you could safely land on. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna land there. Does it look decent for camping?
I mean, there's not going to be a perfect spot, but it could work.
We can make it work. So I'm gonna screech out really loud.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start descending to that spot.
Okay.
And then drop Zyko and Shadow
Okay.
there in that spot. And I'm gonna head back.
Okay. You, Tomar, see him drop them off right there. Not too far from where you're
Oh yeah,
at.
and before I head back, I'll make sure that they noticed that I was landing.
Okay, Tomar, you see him drop the cargo off.
I'm gonna shrug at him like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then keep flying up.
You're gonna fly up?
Yeah.
Hey, he stopped. What are you doing?
It doesn't make sense for us to stop here, because if we have to wait here for 8 hours and then keep flying up the mountain, we're going to use our stuff again and have to rest again. We need to use our resources to get up the mountain and then rest. That was what the plan was.
Well, you better tell him.
I can't tell him. He's a bird. He's flying away.
Stupid ass birds!
Give me a perception check, Elijah or Hirstag.
22.
You see him shrug at you, like, "What are you doing?" You can pretty much discern he's confused by your actions.
All right, I'll fly up to him.
Okay. Hirstag approaches.
You need to stick to the plan, man. I know this is a long way, but if we have to keep doing this, we're going to waste our resources and then have to rest, and then we'll waste our resources and then have to rest. We got to get to the top and then rest. I don't know what that means. No! That doesn't make sense.
You are witnessing this interaction, Gorbel.
I mean, I think I kind of understand what's going on. And I hear you.
And you're in a safe space.
And I get it, and I agree.
Right now, we're at an elevated height. You're leaving Zyko and Shadow on a cold mountain while you go way back down the mountain to get the other people. We want to get them up. It's a bad idea, Hirstag.
I fly back towards them.
Okay.
He can't understand me, and they can't figure out a way to communicate with me.
All right, so you guys watch Hirstag storm off in frustration.
I'm not sure what he was saying.
I don't know either. People just like to feel understood, though. It's one of my tricks.
He's flying back down. At least Gorbel knew what I was saying. I was like, what the fuck? Tomas.
Glad somebody's
It's
in my
me.
corner.
All right, so what's your...
Like, we could get to the top of the mountain. You could cast your mansion. We could all stay in a mansion where it's nice and warm overnight. No one can touch us. And then we go into the Beldarak. I don't know what's confusing about this.
We should have done that stupid mind talkie spell. Big time.
Big time forgeticus.
Well, we didn't.
Okay, so Tomar, you're just going to continue on?
Yeah.
You're the one abandoning them.
Technically, you both are.
How far away is Hirstag?
From you right now?
Yes.
I mean, he just took off, so he's probably 160 feet away.
I screech. "Ah!" Do I get his attention?
Give me a perception check.
And this is like half-orc me.
Okay, yeah.
What are you doing?
I need his
19.
attention.
19? Yeah, you hear that. You turn back and you can see...
I motion for him to come back towards us.
All right, you're there.
Okay, and then I cast telepathic bond between the three of us.
Okay.
Oh,
Now you guys are all in each other's heads.
That's what I was wanting you to do. Why didn't I mention that before we started? So I only have 8 hours on my wild shape. We need to camp down if it's much farther. And I need to bring them back before this wild shape runs out. Because otherwise, I don't have any more.
Well, how much time do you have?
I have a few hours, but they're very far behind us.
I will say, based on where you guys are right now, you would have just enough time to go back and then back again.
Is there a plateau or something?
I mean,
I found a spot.
there's a spot right there, but yeah.
Didn't you say it was precarious?
Yeah, it's precarious.
Is there a plateau that's not precarious?
Well, let me answer. There's a section up a ways that you can see, maybe another 10 to 20 minutes of flight. That's kind of an outcropping.
Up there. Don't just put them on a path. They can roll over in the night and fall off the mountain.
Well, can you go get them while I go back several miles to get the other two?
Sure.
Okay. Be back
That
soon.
sounded so catty.
I mean, this
Well.
was part of your plan that you were going to go back down and get them.
Yeah, and I'm doing it.
All right, so do
So
it.
Stick to the plan. This is the plan.
You're running out of time, Hirstag. You better go
Bye.
before your wild shape goes away.
Bye.
Okay.
Sometimes
away.
he's kind of an asshole. Fucking bird.
Did you say that in your head or
No, I
Okay.
said it out loud.
All right, just making sure.
You know, guys, we could talk about the rest of the party, and they would never know. They can't hear us. We can just think whatever we want about them.
What's the distance for that?
I don't think there is one.
It's
No, it's
Are
Like
you
all
sure
of it.
it's not like 1,000 feet?
yeah.
but let me
It
double
says
check.
it in like the first sentence.
Yeah.
range 20 feet.
No.
If you exit a certain distance.
Possible over any distance, though it
Wow.
can't extend to other planes.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, we could. Too bad Tomar's in on this.
What do you think of Willem?
Seems like a nice
I
guy.
haven't heard your take yet.
I like most people.
Do you?
Yeah.
Not really the vibe I got from you.
So you spend another
Do I come off as not liking people?
you can just be a little gruff.
Well, I mean,
And you're not very smooth. I
Got
think
no game, man.
Sometimes it rubs people the wrong way.
oh man.
How Hirstag
even when I give him good berries and stuff all the time.
No, that's good, but sometimes it can be like a little creepy. You're just
This is
like,
actually
Creepy.
good. This is good. You should talk more with Gorbel, because Gorbel's very good at talking to people. And she
Like-
can get you better at communicating.
Like, remember when I was like, hey, I understand. I hear you. When you were just screeching, I don't know, dude.
So you didn't. I knew you didn't understand what I was saying.
Yeah, but it still felt good
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
See? And that's what you can do to other people.
Okay. I'll try it.
Lying is such a great tool.
Somewhere Willem's ears are burning.
You
So
sneeze.
if I can't understand what they're saying, I just nod and say, "I hear you."
Yes.
I'll try it.
Oh my god, it's so effective.
Okay.
Really? That's what you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't relate to you at all.
I guess that makes sense.
All right, you guys have reached the precipice. It's a rocky outcrop, but it's definitely more safe than that path. And then we'll expedite this. You drop Gorbel off. She starts making a spot to hang out in, and you go back down and pick up Zyko, and then come back and pick up Shadow. Back to you, Willem and Pinwin.
And that's the first time I fell in love, I guess.
Wow,
What about you, man?
It's just wild. See, you seemed so closed off when I first tried to start this conversation, and you're just a tough nut, aren't you?
I just don't.
Just gotta crack you open a bit.
I guess I don't
fine.
like letting people in.
Yeah, it's hard. I think I tend to kind of gloss over things sometimes. I don't
Pinwin
know.
is now right, facing forward.
You give him.
I
that
imagine I'm
courtesy.
just like hanging on like a little spider monkey.
Looking up at
Yeah. Yeah, first time I fell in love, it went not so great, but I learned a lot from it. So it was this girl, and I didn't tell you this story?
I mean, it's possible, but I may have been blackout drunk.
Okay, so back home, and there's this whole thing with home. So before I start, just to preface all of this, so I have two brothers, and they're kind of rough, tough guys. One of them's younger than me, technically, but I don't think people know that. But I have these two sisters, and we are thick as thieves. It's why I'm so good at braiding hair. I don't know if you knew that about me, but that's some backstory you need to know for this. So, yeah, my sister Barley, she was really, really close friends with this girl named Dayla, and she was just the prettiest little thing. She had these cute little freckles and this long flowing red locks. Oh, she's just the cutest little thing. But, yeah, so we started hanging out a lot, and just because she was with Barley, and I'm so close with Barley, and so then all three of us would hang out, and, yeah. But I started to really develop feelings for her, and I thought I was picking up on some vibes, you know? So naturally, I wrote a song for her and about her where I was professing my love to her. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend, and I performed it for her, and she laughed and said that she didn't think I liked women.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a kind of a gut punch.
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, she was onto something. I like all kinds of people, so sure, I like guys sometimes. But that doesn't mean that I can't like women too, you know? So that was my first time, but I think one day I'll come back to Shadeholm and I'm just gonna strut on in, flying. I'm gonna fly in now. And she's gonna be like, wow, Pinwin, you're so cool. I should have professed my love back to you from the song.
And then you smite her. Right?
No, she's fine. It's fine.
But I mean, she doesn't have any real affection for you. You don't win somebody over like that. Like, that's just surface level bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes you because you can fly now? You don't want that.
I don't like now that I've
You should
moved
pretend.
on, I don't need her to like
You lure into
develop
a false...
this strong relationship. It's more just like she thinks I'm really cool now, and then I'm gonna be like, not now, Dayla.
There we go. See, that's what I was
Yeah,
talking about. Okay.
it's all
You had
good.
me worried there, buddy.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
what's that up there?
You guys see a golden eagle swooping down. You haven't seen these guys in
Giant eagle.
With
about 5 hours.
a beard.
Giant golden eagle. Do we know if that's Hirstag? Do you guys have a signal?
You can
yeah,
see a
he's got
beard
that
hanging
beard.
down from
Overlapping.
Oh, okay.
You can almost miss it.
All right.
I just
must be Hirstag.
swoop down and snatch him up.
What's
All right.
great is we can keep talking while we're flying on top of Hirstag.
The
I mean-
claws are a ways apart,
We can yell.
and there's
So-
lots of wind.
You're trying to shut it down.
know where she's living now? No, barley wine.
Oh, I'll cast message. It's a cantrip. I forgot we can do this. This is easier.
Holy shit.
I know I'm in your head.
I don't know if I'd like that. This is moving too fast. Hirstag, get us up this mountain, damn it.
So you guys fly for several more hours, and you feel, as you see that precipice in sight, Hirstag, you're feeling the effects of it wearing off. You're like, you're you're running on fumes right now, but you make it.
Cool.
Icicles hanging from your wings.
All right, I will drop them. Going at still a pretty quick pace, so they'll probably have to
All right,
roll.
yeah, give me an acrobatics check, both of you.
Don't mind if I do. Shit.
Pinwin as well.
Oh,
23.
They nailed it.
Yeah,
yes. 26.
yeah. You guys have no problem like tucking and rolling. And
We're actually like the
I'll
roly-poly
even
bugs
stand
from A
that
Bug's
up.
Life. Yeah, we like do like a cross-section thing. And, Hoppa!
Yes.
And then I'm gonna land really carefully.
okay. And Hirstag's back.
Oh, that was a long trip.
Thanks, Hirstag.
Yeah,
Thanks, buddy.
no problem.
Thanks, Willem.
You bet. Like very standoffishly, like ashamedly.
Hey, Pinwin,
Yeah?
you have the ability to communicate to anyone now, right? Mm-hmm. You had that dream
Yeah.
about Shadehome? Mm-hmm. Can you reach out to someone there and try and contact them?
I was gonna do that once we landed and it wasn't like really windy and hard to concentrate. That was my plan. I'm gonna try to get a hold of my mom.
Gorbel, do you think you could give us shelter?
Duh.
Hirstag, I need to talk to you separately.
He's in trouble.
Like,
Well, we still have the mind thingy. Mind talkie.
I don't care if Gorbel listens in.
Wait,
Can
do
you
have
just
a mind
build
thingy
the
without us?
shelter? So
They're just
Yeah,
standing
dude.
there, not talking at all.
They're just all looking intently at each
God.
other in a triangle.
I feel, for one, betrayed. You weren't here.
They were gone.
They were going.
I just don't.
fine.
What are you talking about?
Fine. Okay. We're a group.
What's happening?
They were think talking without us.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. We weren't around. They were way ahead of us.
Hirstag,
There's some understanding.
what are you capable of when it comes to bringing people back from the dead? What are the rules?
Well, the easiest way is to do like I did with Let. Possible they'll come back as a different species, I found out. But that's fun.
Does it requires part of somebody?
Yeah, that one does. What are you getting at here?
oh my god.
Wait. Recent favors aside, which I'm very grateful for,
No problem, man.
we all saw how
I hear you.
well that worked out before. What are you doing right now?
Keep that going.
What are you doing right now? But we all saw how well that turned out the last time, and I mean, do we really want to keep going down that road? Like, just
bringing people back from the dead.
doesn't seem. And don't we already have one on deck that we're supposed to be bringing back?
What are you talking about?
But what if it's worth it?
What are you referring to?
Maury.
It's fine. I'm not going around bringing people, raising dead bodies and bringing them back to life.
I don't know.
Do that?
I don't know what's going to happen when we go in there. I could get my cleric powers back. I might not. But if I can find
Maria.
If I could find a piece of Maria, could you bring her back?
How long has she been gone?
I think I just stepped in some Maria.
Couple of years.
What's a fucked up joke?
Can you do that if it's been a couple
but
years?
I hear you loud and clear, buddy.
What is it that you're doing?
I'm standing behind Tomar, like giving a thumbs up to Hirstag.
So you could bring my dad back?
How did
that was
your
a
dad
while
die?
ago, right? You get these people have been gone. Like Mario was
Like 2 years ago.
More than that.
My dad was just 1 year,
not with this spell.
right? 1 year? Has it even been a year? or
How
is
long
months?
does it need to be?
Almost a year.
How did your dad die?
He died. He got really sick while I was gone.
It'll be really, really expensive, but I can bring them both back with a different spell.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have access to the spell?
Yeah, I'd have to take a rest. And it's a long ritual, and we don't have the components for the spell, but
So are we just bumping Maury?
I like
no,
Maury.
we can bring her
I
back.
like Maury a lot, but I would trade 1,000 Mauries for one Maria.
Well, I'd never met Maria, so I'd trade all the Marias for a Maury.
And Maury's pretty fun, but I get it. I get it.
So
You need to tread carefully with how you talk.
now
And the same could be said to you. You feel strongly about somebody, and I feel strongly about somebody. Are you that dense that you can't comprehend that?
Nobody's saying we're not gonna bring Maury back.
I'm gonna
I've got enough to go
scuttle
around,
back by Gorbel
guys.
and be like,
So, Tomar, question. If he brings back Maria and she ends up kind of like in the same situation Let was in, where she comes back
A troglodyte?
as something different,
She won't. The spell,
You're sure?
Yeah, this spell is
Okay.
the ultimate resurrection spell.
You're asking if I would care if she were different. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I feel like I owe it to her. Doesn't matter if she's something else.
Yeah,
Like-
I've heard about.
Would it matter to
You know.
her if she was something else?
She won't be. It's fine. That one wouldn't be able to bring her back anyway.
Do you think
That
she...
only lasts it only lasts up to a week. I have a week to cast that one.
All right. Well, is this where we're setting up camp?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go scout the perimeter.
You don't have to.
I'm going to go make a bonfire.
You don't have to.
I'm
Give me 1 minute.
I'm
Have
going
you
to
not-
wait for Gorbel to explain what's happening.
Anyway, I start casting Magnificent Mansion.
Sick.
Yes. And a portal opens up. Gentlemen,
You guys see this doorway open up in the middle of nothing. All of you guys are familiar with this. Willem, you've never seen this before.
yeah.
Okay.
you're gonna like this.
It's gonna get so cool.
Okay.
But here's my rule, and I feel like I did not have to say this to anybody else, but to you, hands off. Just like,
What does that mean?
just keep your hands to yourself. That's all I'm saying.
What is that? What is that? A dig on my thieving past something? Like, what are we doing here?
Keep it in your pants, Valtel.
What do you got in
I'm
there?
just saying you're.
Now he's excited.
What? Where are we going? What's
Just
in there?
Go in.
Well, I mean, ladies first.
I walk in.
Throw the door open.
Hello
And
to all my servants.
from beyond the portal door, Willem, you can hear a "Good evening, Miss Gorbel," and many voices say that.
I'm going right behind her, and I'll whistle for Shadow
Hey
to follow.
guys, nice to see you.
Everybody walks in except for you, Willem.
I'm gonna go off to the study where I normally.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
drag
I'm just
him.
kind of watching everybody walk in, and I'm just like, when the hell did this happen?
I'm gonna drag Tomar aside before he heads off
Real quick.
for a second.
Willem, you walk in and you're standing in this beautifully crafted, ornate manor. You're in the foyer. It's polished marble floors. There's pillars everywhere. Maybe describe it a little bit for him. This is your vision, Gorbel, so.
There are lots of rubies, lots of gold everywhere. Everything's a little over the top. I have 100 servants, and all of them are topless. We still have the bottoms on because that's just like for
Cleanliness.
cleanliness, yes.
Yeah, next to godliness, all that jazz.
But if you're hungry, you can eat. They'll do anything for you, basically.
So if I'm, never mind.
No.
You're kind of fucking her mind if you fuck one of them.
Oh.
And they're almost transparent also, so I don't even know if you can really like touch them even.
Oh, you mean they're incorporeal, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I walk to the study.
Okay, where they're going? Mm-hmm. All right.
What are you doing?
I want to show you something.
Okay.
I just put this in, just like now.
Well, I want to pull him aside like as soon as we enter, just
Okay.
to the side.
So you see them huddling over in the corner.
I'm just going to meander around, and like things that are gold, I'm just going to be like,
Don't bother. It goes away when it ends.
that's fine. Is any of this actually real?
For now.
What does that mean?
Use your imagination, Willem. Just enjoy it. Like, kick back. Do you want a bath? Do you want to eat in the tub? You can do that here.
Where are the tubs?
Upstairs. To the
Willem
left.
is running,
Yeah.
skipping 3 steps at a time.
Okay. Pinwin, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna take Shadow just to a kind of secluded part for a second. I'm gonna kind of snuggle up to him just for some comfort, and I'm just really excited, and I'm going to cast Sending and try to reach my mom.
Oh crap!
Yeah. You cast Sending and these fey creatures appear. And when you speak to them, so go ahead and tell me what you say.
I like my message.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Mom. It's Pinwin. Are you okay? Is Shadeholm okay? I've met someone who can bring Dad back. I miss you. I love you.
All right. You send that message, and the fey creature disappears. But
Please tell me fucking comes back.
it does not come back.
Holy fuck!
All right.
Seems to be
Hirstag,
taking
what were
a
you gonna
while.
say? What were you gonna say to Tomar?
Well, I'm just gonna kind of put my hand on his shoulder. I lost those dearest to me, and I know how much she means to you, and I just wanted to assure you that we'll bring her back, okay?
Thank you.
I got no problem doing that.
If we manage to do that, I'll owe you for life. anything you need.
No problem, man.
If it's finding your family,
Hey,
then we will make it work.
I mean, it'd be nice to know what happened to him at least. But yeah,
No matter what, the top priority going in there is relighting the Soul Forge. And I can't stress enough how difficult this is going to be. But I will do everything in my power to protect you.
and I will do the same for you, my friend.
Get some rest.
Sounds good.
I'm going to go to the study.
I'm gonna go talk to Pinwin.
You guys, as you see Gorbel approach, as you're entering this, you guys were already in the study.
I need you to come and see this. I take them over to the fireplace, and above it is my crest.
What am I looking at?
Look at it. I mean, is that not like... Doesn't that just like capture the essence of me?
What is it?
I mean, it's obviously like two super buff arms, and it's, you know, like...
I see what it is. I mean, I see
An
that it's
egg?
an image and there's an egg and there's rubies. What does it mean? Why is it?
I mean, I don't have to fucking explain art to you. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it, man.
I don't have to explain my fucking art to you, Warren.
But you know what?
I mean, it looks cool.
Thank
Right?
you.
I went to talk to Pinwin, by the way. I'm not there.
Yeah, right in the middle of that, he just walked out.
Yep, right as soon as I talked to Tomer.
Like, is this your, like...
I don't know.
You're-
Sometimes when I'm just like by myself, I just start, you know, thinking, just like dreaming about stuff and
What do
asking
the-
myself some questions. And I was just thinking, like, what would my crest be?
Like a familial crest?
Yeah, but it's kind of a family of one here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of need a family.
Well, I mean, Jennifer's in there.
assuming she's alive still.
Okay.
I'm just saying, we all saw these visions. Yeah. I mean, we would all like to think that it's... Don't look at me like that.
You know what?
We would
And
all-
I just like, I stop imagining it and I like erase it from the wall and I'm like, you know what? Fuck off.
Do you have the motto up there?
No.
Okay.
Oh, why? Were you gonna, like, misspell it?
No, he messaged me. He was like, "Are the words spelled correctly?" I was like, "That's a good point." But no, the motto is not up there. I guess it's just the crest.
Convenient.
You said you stormed away?
Yes.
Okay,
As you're walking away, I'm gonna think, I'm sorry.
Hirstag, you hear that?
And then,
Oh, no, I think those are-
Nothing to apologize for. I hear you loud and clear.
then I just plop down in the chair.
All right, Hirstag, you have approached Pinwin.
I think this is working.
Right before he does, since that just happened, I'll kind of frantically try to cast Sending to Mandorin.
Okay,
So I might be doing that right as he walks up.
so you see a fey creature dancing near her ear, and
Should ever roll an Arcana check.
yeah, if you would like, please roll an Arcana check.
Hi, it's
No.
Pinwin.
You're not gonna. Okay.
Are you gonna roll an Arcana check?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you a bone here.
Wait,
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
20.
You realize your mistake before you start sending this message, because sending only works to send it to someone who's on the same plane as you, and since you're not currently on the material plane, you're in like a little pocket plane.
Remember,
You realize you're like, that's why I didn't get a response.
Oh my god.
So as you walk up Hirstag, you see all of a sudden Pinwin looks like he just realized some
And I
huge
immediately
error.
start sobbing. Oh my god.
I was walking up smiling like, this is going to go great. Did I do
Turns right
something?
back
I'm
around.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot we're in a different plane, and I tried to call my mom from sending, and it doesn't work. But I thought she was dead for a second.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got to go outside to do that.
We're roaming in here.
Oh,
There's no
buddy.
reception.
Yeah,
It's okay. I'm sure they're okay.
I already lost my dad. I don't want to lose my mom too. Have you ever lost anyone, Hirstag?
Everyone. It's okay,
Do you
though.
know?
But, so your dad, he died of an illness of some kind?
Yeah, he got sick while I was gone.
You don't know what it was?
Just really, really sick. I don't know.
It wasn't old age?
No, he wasn't old. He was just dead age.
So it wasn't like natural causes. You're sure?
Yeah, he was sick, and
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't there, and I don't. Sorry, that's good. I don't know. I try not to talk. I try not to think about it because I just kind of keep trying to keep moving on. It's a lot to take in because I wasn't there. And if that happened to my whole family while I wasn't there, then I don't know. But at the same time, I want, and I know my family wants this for me too. I want to make my own stories and adventure. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in between what's actually right. Because if I lose everyone, that doesn't seem right. If I'm gone. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't understand much how other people grieve, I guess, but I forgot where I was going with that.
I'm walking by as I'm storming off, and I look at Hirstag and wink. I'm motioning, and I'm like,
But
this?
Do you see teary Pinwin?
I hear you, buddy. I hear you loud and clear.
Thanks, Hurst. I think it's good to talk about it.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to talk to anyone really about this.
Well, yeah, that might be a good coping mechanism. To talk out your feelings about all that stuff.
Yeah.
You seem really, really happy, like crazy amounts of happy all the time,
Thanks.
and you've been going through a lot, and I feel like, you're always just at a 10 on the energy level, and I just feel like maybe you're coping by avoiding it altogether. Maybe you should talk it out with somebody that is better at talking than I am. But I mainly came in here to ask you how your father died. It's important whether I can bring him back or not.
Can you bring him back if he was sick?
Yes, but if he died of old age, I cannot.
Okay.
They
he's
have to
not old
have
age.
died before their time.
Thank you for listening. You're a good listener, Hirstag.
It's like a new skill that I have. Yeah.
You did good. I feel like I've said a lot. Do you want to?
I think that you need to say this stuff. Like it's been on the tip of your tongue this whole time, and you're just kind of holding it in, ready to burst.
Yeah. I guess it'd be good if I talked about it a little more, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It just seems kind of like everyone's kind of doing their own thing. I don't want to make them stop and have to be, like, sad. Because I'm sad.
Well, your feelings are important. Just as important as anybody's here.
I guess. Oh, thanks, Hirstag. And
No
I'm gonna hug him.
Aw. Why don't we go and send a message to your mom? See how she's doing.
Can we go out and in?
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
Oh, really?
It's not invisible when you open the portal,
Oh, gotcha.
but I don't think that super matters.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Willem, you're hanging out in the tubs. You've found them. You're enjoying it. It's the perfect temperature.
It's a room with a shitload of tubs in it.
Yeah, there's a ton. There's big drawn curtains, super vaulted ceiling.
This is what I needed.
That's all. It just cuts. It's just gentle relaxation. So, Gorbel, where are you headed?
I'm going to the kitchen.
All right. And Tomar, where are you headed?
I'm contemplating the fire in the study.
All right. Pinwin and Hirstag, you guys step out of the magnificent mansion, and as you step out there, you see a shape standing 20 feet away, right on the edge of the cliff. Standing there, smiling, is Mandoran. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh! Now that saved me a spell slot.
He wasted one in the mansion.
Yeah, I hope he's not a secret baddie.
Just pulls out a gun. It's like,
Actually, that's immediately dead.
They just left.
and one at a time, each of us comes out to investigate. He's like still shooting, like,
Well, nothing to see here.
All right, so, a general role-playing session again. Good job, everyone. 2,500 experience points to you. Tell me what else you deserve it for.
I like those so much more than combat.
Gorbel, you get 100 for the mansion. Tomar, you can have 50 for the suggestion of the mansion. Actually, you know what? 100 because that was a pretty good idea. Uh-oh.
Wait until we're done, dude.
I gave some pretty good advice to Hirstag.
You can have
Gives you a stubborn
150 experience for that. And Hirstag, now you're going to... What's your current persuasion skill at?
Oh. 0.
You now have a +1 to persuasion.
Wow.
You have learned an ability.
Holy moly.
It's not much, but it's a start.
It's not much, but it's an honest living.
Bonus.
Yeah. Both Tomar and...
Sweet.
Oh, actually, all three of you. Willem, Tomar, and Hirstag, you can take an additional 100 experience points for being the jockeys on the trip.
100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. What about my scouting?
When did you scout?
At the beginning.
climb the tree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can have 50 for that.
And for progressing my relationship with Pinwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can both have 100 experience points.
I revealed my art.
50.
Pulling everybody along by the tail, trying to get them up the mountain.
Yeah, you can have 100 for that.
Oh, making us not go to Dogwood.
Having a tiff with Tomar.
That was good. 50 each.
Having a tiff with Willem.
I was going to say also having a tiff with Tomar.
Willem has 50. You're going to get 25 because that's just, at that point, that's just being an asshole. No, I'm just kidding.
Having a tiff with Gorbel.
Gorbel could have 50. You could have another 25.
Not having a tiff with Pinwin.
No, you didn't. Because I feel like if you had interacted with him much, you would have...
Quit crying, little bitch.
You like punch, psycho, kick, shadow, the tail.
Pile driver. Fuck all of you.
They're there's more. We did
Flying.
a bunch of stuff.
I flew.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
for
just
flying,
using a
you can
spell.
have 50, and for sending message to Vocha, you can have 50.
I hope that helps us.
Coming up, well, having the idea to do Pinwin's level up as flavor instead of just
Yeah, that was
not-
fun.
100.
nice.
That was good.
That was super fun.
For using my new skills that Gorbel taught me. Or did you already give for that?
I gave you a plus to that, so I won't give you the experience for it, but you have the +1 now.
Yeah, that's good enough. It was fine.
What else?
I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, everything else would be kind of reaching.
Yeah, okay. So now it's time for tonight's MVPC.
I think this is difficult.
This one's a hard one.
All right, so I'll give you guys
is.
30 seconds
I've got mine.
and think about it.
Can you pick two halves?
Nope. And remember, when you do vote, Tomar now is 1, Hirstag 2, Willem is 3, Pinwin is 4, and Gorbel is 5.
Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
You got the numbers?
You're like the one that needs paying attention.
All right. So take 30 seconds, think about who it is you're going to vote for, and then we'll count up.
This.
Or just raise your hand when you
Countdown.
know, and then once everybody's hand is up, then... All right. Now, on the count of 3, hold up the finger indicating the person. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got 2 votes for Hirstag, 2 votes for Pinwin, and 1 vote for Gorbel. Willem, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Gorbel interacted with pretty much everybody on a pretty either hilarious or great way, and
I agree.
provided a shelter at the top of the mountain, which made life a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Nice. Tomar, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
I liked his role playing, interacting with people.
Hirstag?
Same. I thought it was really good, the interactions between him and Willem, and I really liked the scene when he realized he was doing a spell wrong. I thought that was really cute, and it was well acted. I liked it.
Nice. Gorbel, why did you vote for Hirstag?
Well, I loved everybody. Almost equally.
We're the best, guys.
But I went with Hirstag this time because I did not... I was hoping that he would roll with that, with, like, the advice I gave him. But I wasn't completely expecting him to, but he did. And he did it so well.
Yeah, I hear you. Pinwin, why'd you vote for Hirstag?
So it was a tie between Willem and Hirstag, kind of for the same reasons, just because they were fun to role play with, both of them. But I rolled high or low, and then I figured it out that way.
All right.
So pro tip, if you ever get stuck, guys.
But going.
I was stuck between 3 really badly.
Yeah.
So one of you guys sucked tonight.
then you have a
in
high,
his
low,
mind.
and
Didn't
middle.
suck, but these, to me, I was choosing
That's
between
hard.
these 3.
Ah, suck it, Billy.
Didn't suck. Definitely didn't.
Yeah, no. That was fun role
was-
But
playing.
everyone
I
did
loved
way,
that you
way
like
good.
swung back around and were like, and that's my life story.
Yeah, that was
so
good.
fun.
That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
I enjoyed that.
All right, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really liked though.
And it was
that you,
I loved that scene between you two. Like
Yeah.
you were really good in it. It's just
The idea
everyone was
that
so
like
good.
eventually Pinwin wore him down and
Yeah.
like finally just confessed everything to him.
Exactly.
I think we're gonna be stuck on this mountain for a while.
For a while.
No.
If I'm being honest, the inspiration for that was actually Super Troopers. When they cut back to them stuck in the back of the truck, and he's like, that's the second time I got herpes.
Yeah. No, but Hirstag did a good job of communicating to and following Gorbel's advice. I felt understood and consoled, and yeah. So I don't know. That was awesome.
All right, so that means it is a two-way tie tonight between Pinwin and Hirstag.
Yeah!
You guys each get 250 experience points. Ow! Take them. Oh, don't.
Okay.
I'll take them.
Well,
All right.
I mean, I'll take them. I'm so close to 8.
Yeah, I desperately need.
Oh, you guys aren't in it. You didn't go up.
Like, it's.
I'm
stupid
less
how
than
close it
2,000
is.
away.
Same.
It hurts.
I'm on a pre.
oh, before we go, I do want to give you guys an extra special.
Level 18 for everyone?
Is it a trip to Dogwick?
Is it a trip to Disney Wick?
A Hot Springs episode.
Hot Springs.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Springs.
Check it.
Oh, that would have been a perfect 50th episode if we all went to the hot springs.
Tomar just had to keep
God
going.
damn it, Tomar.
Hey, you still got to relax in the mansion.
Talking about my hot springs.
All right, everybody, shut up. Little tidbit of just something to munch on here, since we did make it to 50 episodes, which is an awesome milestone.
Woo.
And since it's a milestone, everybody who's not yet level 18, you are now level 18.
Fuck yeah!
Ow.
And Pinwin and Hirstag, you can have an extra 1,000 experience points.
Ooh.
Since you were already level 18.
So we'll be even more higher level than them.
Yeah.
You already were.
I know, but more so now.
Yeah, but
Next time,
I feel like it's our birthday.
Here's another cool thing. We're actually
everyone's
appearing on
birthday.
charts and shit now, so
yeah, we're charting.
more people are listening. Spread the word.
It's
Yeah.
just like a picture of us drawn on chart paper. We're on charts now.
I made a graph. All right, so yeah, but yeah, now for real. Thanks for listening. Once again, shout out to Chad Piper for doing the intro song, Adrian Von Ziegler for our background music that you heard. Check out our social media pages. Check out and donate to our Patreon. If you like what you hear, keep us going. That's it for me. I'm Seth, your host and DM, and thank you for listening to the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Now
Did you
that
get
Lindsay's
coffee?
done destroying
I
the toilet.
Oh.
Yep, there's no toilet anymore. I got really angry at it, and I lit it on fire, literally.
With my beehole.
Ooh, there'll probably be like a smoke alarm coming on soon.
Good thing we're in a basement.
One
exit.
I was just having the conversation the other day. Don't you guys feel really lucky that you can't see farts? Like, that would
I don't
suck.
know what kind
Although
of farts
I
you're
wish-
having, but
Sometimes I wish there was like a warning sign, like
Green.
a visual flare, because
Well, yeah, you could avoid
Your pants
the
ripped.
mist.
like
Why wouldn't you want to see farts?
when you
Because what
fart,
if one
it's bad.
slips out in public, or like you're with someone that you don't want to
true.
fart in front of, like you're in a job interview or
Well, it'd
something?
be a regular thing then. People would be used to seeing farts just floating around everywhere.
I mean, that if like if it had the same, if everyone had the same
Like,
attitude towards
suddenly-
farts.
Everybody
Suddenly,
farts.
it just everyone starts producing visual farts.
this
like-
coming
that was-
winter.
Wouldn't
They're
it
like
be
those
cute if
super,
you
like,
could
vibrant
taste
colored
like
dust
purple?
things that people do?
Wouldn't it be cute if you could like individually pick what your fart visual looks like? Like some people have emoji
I'd want a thumbs
farts
up.
and maybe one that just says fart.
What about a really long fart?
Or like a rainbow snake.
That's a table.
But it's sort of like one of those really long farts that don't go away, so the snake is just like this at the end.
Mine would just be a biplane. Trailing behind it, a banner that's just really long. Just, I'm sorry, this happens all the time. Please forgive me. Can you ever find it in your heart to forgive me?
If it were
your
one
fart.
of those like machine gun farts, I would want it to be like little bullets coming out. Or if it's like one of those farts where it's like every time you take a step.
Oh yeah, I get those.
I would want it to be like something that just like falls out onto the ground.
Anvils.
We live in a world where there's magic, but the only thing that's magical are our farts.
New campaign.
Fartmancer.
I was never like drawing and not responding or something. Like, what is it? What happened? What is it?
I wanted to just be a dick, and she wrote Tomas.
No, she just drew.
Just mad Tomas.
she drew a picture of like you with angry eyebrows, and she just pointed at you.
I am obsessed with my rocking horse on a ski board or a ski.
Oh, that's what that is. I thought it was a sombrero on a pile of shit.
I thought it was a kid on a toboggan going like, ah!
See, I thought it was a man in a canoe going, ah!
No,
Like
it's
he's about to
totally
get to a
little
tipping
rocking
point?
horse,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
on a little ski.
Oh, to me it looks like
down
a
a hill.
weird amorphous blob person with two arms sticking out, going ah.
All right.
But we all see the ah.
Yeah.
I didn't see the. I was just like, that's some frills on top of the sombrero.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I couldn't
Oh, I see that,
decide
yeah.
if
I
this
can
is
see that now.
snow or water, but it's either surfing or skiing. So
Depends on the time of year.
depends on the time of year, whatever that rocking horse is feeling like. Well, what was that?
I think it was the Babadook.
Probably
Oh yeah, the Babadook.
the Bob. Oh, it's
Yeah,
just
hang on.
Mr.
I'll
Buddy
go kill the
Hit the
Babadook.
broom on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, just go feed him.
Yeah.
Eating.
He opens the door and it's like,
Just gets smashed around the corner.
Get on out of here! Yeah, we don't want your kind here.
I'm masturbating in here.
Get your duking self out of here.
And your babas.
And your babas. We can't be having you roaming free.